Wait, what is that?
That is the Italian Marvel Bravo
Wow.
in gold foil.
Is it only come in Italian?
The Marvel first 8 heroes only come in the black border history pack because they didn't have the first 2 sets in their language natively.
Mm-hmm.
And so they printed the history pack with black borders like normal. And then they gave them the special Marvels of the heroes because they never had the opportunity to get like all the early cold foils and all that kind of stuff.
This game is devastating to the collector types.
I mean, devastating in that there's always more.
There's always more, man. I thought I was going to be playing Bravo, star of the show. I didn't realize I was playing Bravo Uomo Spectacular.
Spectacular. Yeah, you gotta love it. So you're playing. I'm gonna play as Briar. So let's to make full use of this card, we're gonna have you on Titan's Fist and Rampart of the Ram's Head, so that you have a shield to use. You're also gonna have.
So we're playing a little bit more of a defensive build here.
Yeah, I mean he's usually pretty defensive. So you're also gonna have.
When I'm playing, I guess if he's just smashing me with spinal crushes.
Yeah, you'll still do that. No Rune Boots to make use of that extra resource. We're just gonna push it and see how far we can go.
Let's go.
Crown of Providence, standard Crater Fist gloves, and then you're gonna make a choice.
Tectonic.
Okay. So
Or Tunic?
It depends on what you want. I think there's a use case for both.
All right, let's do Tunic because I'm used to Tunic and I'll miss it a bunch. That's always fun.
All right. You'll just see.
How lame though to only have 5 armor. Like that's not Guardian.
Yeah. Well, you got the shield. You have permanent.
Oh,
armor.
right, permanent armor.
So you arrange that however you want, and then I'll.
Are the permas already in there?
No, they're not.
Oh,
You're gonna make some choices in a second. All right.
I thought I was just gonna be playing.
So you basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now, how is this matchup usually? Is it Bravo favored or Briar favored? Are you like every Briar player? Say it depends on when I draw my Channel Mountain Heroics?
If I was on standard Briar, I would say that it is Briar favored.
Even with all these controlling effects?
If you hit the right control, it just has to line up right.
Yeah.
But if it ever gets out of control, like it's hard for you to ever gain the value back. So you have your standard blues here. Hold on.
Talk about my standard blues.
So there's 34 blues. And then you have these reds and yellows, 3 crippling crush, 3 pummel, and one yellow pummel. So I like to do a thing. I have 1 blue pummel, 1 yellow pummel. And
just to keep them guessing.
I wouldn't publicly normally reveal this information, but yeah, you see a yellow pummel and you see a red pummel, and then later I use both the red pummels, and you have to be like, how many more pummels do they have or not?
In my head, it's always 9.
Yeah, and then basically you sideboard based on the hero, right? So
really,
yeah,
that is a revolutionary concept.
It's crazy.
How is sideboarding based on the star patterns?
So there's 41.
The position of the sun.
We need 19 cards. We're gonna go 3 here. Right?
I'm really good at plowing through.
Just your nonsense.
Yes. Yeah.
Agreed.
Like my wife.
A card I've really been coming around on lately, I want to make you aware of here is Buckle. It's a blue Guardian card, and it blocks for 3, of course. The next Guardian attack gets +1 Dominate, and when it hits, you can destroy an armor that has a -1 counter. So that's particularly good when you're playing into a hero that has something like Grasp of the Arcanite.
Right.
They want to block early, one of your hit effects. Now it's got 1 left, and it has an ability they want to keep using. Yeah. And then later, you're like, ha!
Like
got it. And you just nuke out their thing.
Courage of Bladehold, sometimes you can catch a Dorinthia on that one, too. Or like a Bolton that like is like, I gotta block this hit effect, but I'm not ready to combo yet. And then you're like, wow, Buckle, and then you win the game.
And then it's just game over. So typically, I would run these 9 hit effects into Briar: Spinal Crush, Chokeslam, and Command and Conquer.
Yeah, I think those are good choices.
And we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. If we're running 3 Peace of Mind, now we're at 15. So we only have 4 cards left. Normally, I would be running Sink Below here.
Are these in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And E-Strike. But I don't know with Peace of Mind if it's like too much defense.
Kind of replaces Sink, doesn't it? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We also, are you mindful of the blue count that's needed to power Peace of Mind?
Blue is high.
You've got plenty?
Yeah.
Are these the only reds in the freaking deck?
Yeah, the only blues that we're not currently running are the big blue D-Reacts that you only run at Oldham.
Okay.
So you're at, well, technically there's one smashing good time, but that's a different, that's a tale for.
Can't imagine who that's for.
Yeah. So this is where I would land, and we'll just see what happens.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And then you'll have some stuff over here. There's a,
And my game plan, how am I going to win this match, Zach?
You're going to win the match by basically slow exchanges of value. I mean, it's fab, right?
That's good, yeah.
Bravo's fundamental fab. And so he wants the game to go longer. That's why you run a tunic. Like he actually, with the shield and the boots, you're trying to press the game to just take longer. And the main ways you're going to get damage through are pummel, of course. You're going to have dominate effects. So sometimes you'll dominate a Spinal Crush or something. And you've got to bait out my armor. Like you got to get me to use it. Good example of that is you could, arsenal a Crippling Crush and try to get a dominate on it later. But sometimes if you just Crippling Crush, they're tempted to stack it in. Even if you do dominate, that's what a lot of times gets the armor to come out and play.
But isn't it really just do things that are good? That's how you bait out armor?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm playing...
Like the old dominate math.
I'm playing Briar. And I was kind of talking about this earlier, but the sort of thesis of this version of Briar is I'm running cards like Explosive Growth and Stir the Wildwood. And let's see if there's anything else weird in here. I'm running a lot of Bramble Sparks. And the reality is I'm going to be on Crown of Seeds, which we'll get out in a second. Let's see what I'm working with. Crown of Seeds, Grass, Boots, that's all pretty standard. And I'm also running Corsham, which is a fun thing that we may or may not have to cover, depends on if I draw it. But yeah, it's basically Briar that can play a little more defensive. So she can get that Embodiment of Earth token. It's kind of an extension of my beefy Briar thinking. 3 blocks, etc. But just kind of count it out.
Blue Sift, I like that.
So replacing some of the typical 0-cost attacks with things that block for 3. You have Red Autumn's Touch, Stir the Wildwood, Explosive Growth.
Basically because you want to be able to stop the crush effects?
Yeah,
Is that the idea?
Yeah, or your hammer, or the real thing is that it's a Briar. If you're on Crown of Seeds, the most powerful thing she does is Mount Heroic. And so when you don't see Mount Heroic, and you just have to keep your foot on the gas, you waste a lot of your attacks just doing like okay damage. So this wants to threaten, like sometimes you just throw a 7 damage Autumn's Touch. And for you not to let me get an Embodiment Earth token, you have to block 7.
Yeah.
Which for a lot of decks that gets pretty annoying. So I'm just trying to keep cards out of your hand, play defense, get an Embodiment Earth token until I get Heroic with the setup that I want.
Right on.
And then really push the gas at that moment.
Okay.
Let me see how many cards.
Makes total sense. What sleeves are these?
These are Dragon Shield. And of course, the Peace of Mind is going to help me
sleep at night.
Well, block and keep the game going, especially against Dominate.
You're doing such a good job of taking this very seriously. It's helpful. If both of us were not, it would be chaos. I'm glad you spent so much time playing Fab, too. It's helpful. How's the Wolfpack doing?
We're great. We're after ProQuest. There's a couple people on the team going to Auckland. There's a calling happening.
Is Hamilton going?
No.
What? It's his job. What are you talking about? He's not going. He's traveling for work. Yeah. He could write that thing off.
Man, I looked. I was tempted. But it's the shortest flight I could find to New Zealand was 25 hours of travel time, both directions. And then once you get there, you're going to be jet lagged, so you need to get there a couple days early. And then when you get back, you're going to be jet lagged, so that's going to be a mess.
Aren't you just supposed to, like, pound caffeine?
I don't know.
And
I haven't solved that problem. But it's a lot. It's a lot to go to it. So Brody and Michael Fang are both Cool. Going, they're very good. So we'll see how that goes for them.
And they're like, Michael's so cool. I've talked to Michael a lot whenever I was testing Bolton. He's just a really good ideas guy. And he's very positive, very supportive.
Michael Frang?
Yeah.
He's one of those positive people I know. I love
It's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it because he's really positive about whatever you're doing, and he's really upset at everything that he's doing while winning.
Yeah.
He's like,
I could have got more value.
Well,
out of
he's
that
not
turn.
as good as he
Yeah.
could be. Yeah.
He is he's very critical of his own actions, and not like a negative way, but like just very critical of what's actually happening at the table.
He wants to be great.
And then very uplifting and positive to whatever it is you're doing.
That's the best kind of flair in it. I haven't talked to Brody much at all. I wouldn't even know Brody. I couldn't put Brody out of a lineup.
If you saw a teenager who is beating you at Fab, it's probably Brody.
That's Brody?
Yeah.
How teenager?
I think he's 17.
Okay. That's respectable.
And he's going
as long
to New
as you can
Zealand.
drive, I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah. He's great. He's a fellow, like, I think our favorite heroes are Viserai.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we both play a lot of Briar because that's the option we were left with.
Yeah.
So from a deck building perspective, the conversation we had have been funny because like it's almost like talking to myself.
Awesome.
Which I haven't had in a while. There's a few players that play Runeblade, but it's a different mindset.
Do you give advice? Do you say, like, what would Zach want to know whenever he was 17?
I actually specifically talked to his mom because she also plays at the events. The first event that I met Brody, his mom, his dad, his brother, and him were all playing in it in our ProQuest. And they're super supportive. I was telling her, like, it's so awesome because I had the opposite. I kind of had to hide what I was doing and, like, definitely was not getting to fly to New Zealand to play an event. So it's cool.
Did you tell him not to marry his high school sweetheart?
Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah, it's number one piece of
We can
advice.
joke about that, right? That's okay, right?
Got
We
him.
can joke about that.
Got him. You know what? I know people that married their high school sweetheart and it went well, and I know people that it did not go well.
I would say the odds are probably against us on that one.
Yeah.
Probably not high.
I don't think it favors it.
No, I don't think so. I tell you what, I've changed a lot between 17 and 35.
Yes,
In many ways, I haven't changed at all, though, you know? So you got to love the parts that don't change, but you just don't know which ones those are when you're going in.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right, who's going first? Evens, odds?
Yep, sure.
Odds on, that's you. You want to go first or second?
Oh, I'll definitely go first.
Dang it.
If you're playing as Bravo, hot tip, go first.
Because I can dominate an attack and get a lot of damage through on the first turn.
You can also just play Showtime.
It's showtime.
If you just like, yeah, it can get mean.
These are all the cards that I get played against me all the time.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you play that actually.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to read a lot of them.
If it's blue, it just pitches.
Really? What about this Rouse the Ancients? That's one people play.
Yep. That's a card worth reading.
And this is one
All right.
that doesn't work for this. Oh, 3 or greater. Yeah. Okay, so I can pitch that to the hammer.
Yeah.
I don't have that card, though.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Becker, our old friend. Married mine, we've been together 12 years. Married 5 and have a child. It worked out.
It does work.
But what Alex needs to be saying is, it's worked out so far. You know what I'm saying?
Yikes. Yikes.
Alex and I are what some would consider friends. So I feel like I can make that joke as
That's what that looks like. Oh, okay. I'm going to create a rune chant with my gloves.
well. Boring.
Where's that? Here. Then I'll pass to Enphase and I'll Arsenal over you.
Okay. Well. All right. Well, you left me with the hardest decision because now I've got to make use of these 4 like potato guardian cards.
Yeah, don't forget your tunic.
Right. Okay. Tunic up. Okay. Now there are a number of things that I can do here on the table. I can give myself dominate. I can swing a hammer. I can destroy for +2, which I don't want to do, of course, for a while.
If ever.
I don't have any crush effects, so like that's off the table. I can't. The Rouse has got to be pitched. So, like, because I don't have the trigger
Start
for
setting
it.
that pitch stack.
Yeah, so, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing, for sure. Definitely going to consider that.
We have entered the continuum. Hi, John. Appreciate you. Over there.
Okay. So, ergo.
Mm-hmm.
I need to I need to send this attack.
I declare.
I can do that with these. And then I can arsenal this. And I feel like that's an acceptable thing to do. Okay? Or alternatively, I can do a dominate hammer for 4. I can send 8. I think I'm going to send 8.
What up, Agent Zero? Brent says, my wife and I just celebrated the 23rd anniversary of our first date. High school sweethearts? Because if they're at year 23 as high school sweethearts, I will say that's a success story.
That is a beautiful success. Yeah. All right, let's just do a blue Thunderquake. Pitching a Buckle and Arouse the Ancients blue.
Easy. Easy. Okay.
Just 8 big ones coming at you.
I'll take 8.
What's up, Agent Zero? Agent Zero, are you a longtime Netrunner player? Are you the same Agent Zero? I feel like there's probably not a shortage of Agent Zeros out there, but I remember that in the Netrunner community.
Actually, you know what? I'm not taking 8. I forgot my entire. I'm playing normal Briar in my brain.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna block 5.
Do you have my board anywhere? Or is that did I? Oh, I do. I've got it.
And take 3.
Block 5, take 3. We love it.
Yeah.
If I had a dime.
Agent Zero says, yes, I am.
Awesome.
Steven says, awesome. Brent says, we met in college. Yeah.
College sweetheart, a little different.
Yeah. A couple people here ended up with their college sweetheart.
Well, let's hear from the people who tried and failed.
A college sweetheart failure?
Or a high school sweetheart failure. Because, they're going to be awfully quiet through the conversation, I feel like.
Sven says, I really like your stream, trying to learn. You guys help to spread the game. Well, welcome. If you have any questions, let us know. Also, there's a ton of really awesome players in our Discord channel that would be happy to answer any questions that you have. Timothy Luke is 18 years together, 12 married, high school sweethearts. Kudos to you.
Dang, man.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I should have done.
How you feeling over
How you
there
doing,
about your
Shannon?
relationship?
Good to see
Yeah.
you. Hope you're not watching. No, just kidding. No, I'm very satisfied with my relationship.
Makes one of you. Got him.
All right, I need to put these guys under. You blocked 5, you took 3, everything's cool.
Nick Murphy, you guys playing in Pro Tour Baltimore? I am playing and going. Very excited about it. You asked about the Wolfpack scene. So there's a new set on the horizon, and then there's a Pro Tour, but we don't know what the ban restricted is going to look like. We also don't know what the set's going to do to the game. So I'm having a great time. I'm exploring. This Briar deck, I'm getting weird. I've been playing Bravo. I played Rhinar. I've been playing Lexi.
Weird as
I've been playing
You've been playing
Dromai.
Lexi?
Yeah. This last season, before the banned suspended list, in my opinion, Old Him and Iceland were the best decks. And both of them are really good especially the way they were built into Viscerai and Briar.
That's a pretty safe opinion to have, by the way.
That they were
Yeah.
I
I think that played out.
So I was in a situation where I didn't feel good with any other hero, but I knew the heroes that I was good enough with weren't good into the best heroes in the meta.
Right.
So I had a really rough PQ season because it was just like, I don't have time. I took November, December off, and I don't know how to play well any of the decks that are good.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this downtime before the next set, I don't have any major events for a couple months. The new set's going to be coming out, and it was like, I just want to explore
Interesting
heroes that I
strategy.
haven't played to learn more and to potentially get good enough that later on, like I think I would enjoy playing some heroes. If I were good enough with them and a season came around where they were good, I would have a good time playing them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not an option right now. So anyways, broadening the horizons, and that's been fun.
That's interesting. My philosophy has been to suffer when your heroes aren't good.
Yeah.
And then just keep
Well,
suffering.
part of the problem is that I've been expecting Briar to live in Legend.
Yeah.
And
True.
it's like, well, what am I? Now I'm down to Viscerai and Bravo. And I have been playing Bravo again, which has been fun. That's why I've been like saying, hey, Tunic's better in this deck than I expected it to be. Because I'll tell you what, there is nothing.
Tunic Pommel, baby.
The blue pitch CNC with the Pummel or with the Tunic resource sitting there,
Dude.
it is.
I had to run Crown of Providence in Bolton. It was probably good anyway. For that reason, against all the Guardians and stuff, you just can't even try.
Yeah, the
you just have
CNC,
to
it's like,
sink it.
it's got to go.
It's got to go.
gots
You got to
to
put it under the
Yeah,
deck.
yeah.
Don't even give him the chance.
Yeah. Anyways, it's my turn, right? You drew up.
Yeah.
Tunic, and then I will play a red Autumn Touch. This is what I was talking about. So Rune Chant pops, and then you have 7 physical coming at you. Most Briars were not blocked, and then this would have been a 5-card at your hand because you didn't threaten me with a hit effect. But I'm conserving health, sending this, hoping to get an Embodiment Earth token, I'm just patiently waiting for an actual good hand.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. This is a strange hand, man. Ergo. Block, move. I gotta use the whole thing though. I'm not playing that game where I'm not using the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll pass. Is a Rin Chant
A Rin
popping?
Chant's happened. Yeah.
That's kind of a reason to do this. And I've got the Ram's head. Okay, hold on. Let's reimagine our world here.
Agent Zero. My name is Justin K. Sweet. I'm also a longtime TC
Yeah,
fan.
Justin's great. Okay, that tracks.
Bentley. Steven, as a marriage counselor, in quotes, the stats don't favor this working out.
A lot of times you kind of gotta guess, don't you, on the sink below? You gotta.
Check this. What do you call someone's own experience? Type of data that it is.
Subjective.
Is that what it is?
Well, it could be.
Anyways, all I was saying, I would have sworn I was going to marry my high school sweetheart. Many years later, I married the most amazing woman ever, and I realized I dodged a bullet. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Some of us didn't quite dodge the bullet.
Just took it.
And then found the amazing woman.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Brent asked me if the promo was revealed. It was. It's called Peace of Mind. We'll hopefully show it on the screen, but I don't know if that system's working. But I see John on it.
I'm not gonna risk this, man. This is the key. No, I am gonna risk it. I'm gonna pass.
All right, take the arcane.
Yeah, take the 1 arcane.
7 physical.
No. I'm gonna sink that.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna sink this, and I'm gonna take 3.
Okay. When you take damage, I will get this embodiment of Earth token. And don't you forget to take your 3.
Well, this isn't. Yeah, 3. Oof. Tunic?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to make like secret money? There's no secret money cards.
What do you mean?
All right, I'm gonna be bad. It's because I'm setting up this pitch deck.
Mm-hmm.
So let's Titan's Fist there for 4.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I will block for 3. Take 1.
I'm gonna pummel it.
Oh my god, that is bad.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, I'll take 5. That's, I mean, it could be worse.
It was basically like there was a gamble on that sink below.
Yeah, you're looking for a blue.
You know, I had the double crippling crush in, and I was like,
So, sometimes you got to do that. That's just the nature.
You
of
just gotta
this.
cycle it out. Maybe that's probably more of a you should just block this hand. But
All right. Tunic.
sure.
We will yellow Bramble Spark, showing you a blue Weaver.
Why are you playing these bad cards? Supposed to be the red versions.
I also have the red version. It's a
Okay,
3.
next thing's plus
It's a
2.
0 for plus
Next
3.
thing's plus 2.
And an arcane damage.
Okay.
Then I will play a Sonata, paying 2. Do we have tokens? Fab tokens? Crazy.
Well, I hope so. But I took a lot of them to that event, the last event I was at, I think. But where would they have gone after that, you know?
It's a good question.
No,
They may be at my house.
they may be at your house. Oh, here we go.
There it is. Cardboard Cast saying anecdotal. I think that was the word I was looking for. It is also subjective.
Yep, that's right.
Anecdotal. It's like data based on stories and not.
Yeah. Totally right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm paying 2. So I'm gonna look at the top 4 cards of my deck with Sonata. And I got an embodiment of lightning.
Okay.
1, 2. Those are good.
Okay.
Hits for 1. I have an embodiment token, so what do I want? I'm gonna grab the Ravenous Rabble. So
Okay.
it's gonna do 1 arcane damage.
And this rabbit is gonna have +2.
No, the Ravenous is going to my hand and these shuffle.
Right. But
After
the next
Sonata.
thing you play is +2, is that right?
That's right. Yeah, and 1 arcane damage. I'm gonna miss Briar when she's gone. This is high life right here.
Since you've been gone. Interesting.
I like seeing you play Bravo. This is a good time.
I'm gonna have to cycle that boy out too. These cards are so expensive, man. You get these reds in your hand, I can't do anything.
Yeah, the worst thing that happens to you is Bravo is like 3 or 4 reds in hand.
Okay, so I'm gonna decide. The Bravo Pro is like, this is horrible to watch. I'm gonna block one of those there.
Okay. I'm gonna play Snatch. So it's got Go again from the embodiment token. It's a 1 arcane because of the Bramble Spark, and then it's at 6 because of the Bramble Spark.
Mm-hmm. You don't have, and that's a Ravenous down there?
It's a Ravenous Ravenous.
Okay.
If you're playing the way I play Briar, if you can get a Go again attack in Arsenal, it's like an insurance policy against the worst possible hands you can have.
Okay, so there's one coming at me.
1 arcane, yep.
And you're gonna-
I see what you're
And you're
doing.
gonna swing that sword?
Presumably. I mean, I could also rabble and then swing sword. I won't, but I could.
All right, hold on. I gotta do some math.
I'm just here to have a good time. And there's no ice heroes on the table, so we're all having a good time. That's a sick burn on the ice players. Tell me this.
So if I take,
If you play Fatigue Oldhim now or in the past, even old school Fatigue Oldhim, or you play Icelander, what? Why do you enjoy? Who
are you?
Why do you enjoy not allowing your opponent to do whatever it is they came to the table to do? I get it. I used to play Burn in Game of Thrones. Like, control is a... I'm just curious how you've settled that score in your own heart and brain. You know what I mean?
Are we the baddies?
okay, I've got it.
Yeah. Breezy saying, LOL, do you even have fun?
Block the arcane.
Okay. Yep. Cool.
Pay it off.
Mhm.
We got 6 coming in.
Yep.
Okay. Then we're going to...
Dio Bag saying, I played Aggro Oldhim. It's fun. I also played Aggro Oldhim at PQ this season. That was fun.
We're gonna do...
Thomas. Icelander's an aggro deck. I don't know what you mean.
We're gonna block with Crown.
Crown of Providence.
Yeah.
Do you have
Crown
any
of
triggers
Providence.
when you block with that?
Yeah. I'm gonna put that in there. Setting up that perfect second cycle.
Yep. Okay.
And then I will pitch Peace of Mind to play Peace of Mind.
Okay. Look at us go.
Create a Ponder token.
So it's going to prevent the 4 physical you would take from Snatch.
That's right. Well, 4 + 2 is 6. So Crown and Peace of Mind prevents it. And then we get a Ponder token.
Which we don't have yet.
I'll just put a... What do we want to use?
You want to use this rune chant for now?
Yeah.
Okay. So you cover that up. I'll
That's
pass. No reactions. And then I will swing sword. 2 arcane, 2 physical.
Right. 2 arcane, 2 physical. I've got 1 coming in. 2 arcane, 2 physical.
Sven says, what's the difference between those damage types? So that is one of the more, I remember early on, this is one of the more confusing things. Physical damage, like if you pull up, if you look at a card like Snatch, it has that 4 with a little yellow icon next to it. That only happens from attack actions and weapons. And then arcane damage is like a magic type of damage. And on most cards, they have a shield value in the bottom right. And you can't block magic damage with that shield stat. But you can block magic damage with something called Arcane Barrier. Steven's got Null Rune Boots over there, which gives him Arcane Barrier 1. So anytime magic damage is happening, he can pay 1, prevent 1. But he can only do that once per instance of magic damage. So the Rosetta Thorn, when I swing it, there's 2 physical on the bottom left and 2 arcane, which is the magic type. And it only does that if I play an attack and a non-attack this turn, which you can see I've done on the table. So that 2 coming at him, he has Arcane Barrier 1. He can only pay 1 to prevent 1 of it. He can't pay 2 to prevent 2 unless he had another Arcane Barrier.
Rampart's really good. The +1 sticks around the whole time. So
Right,
you
but if
trigger it again.
If I don't close the combat chain, you can't block it again.
Right on. Okay, that's great. Okay, so is it worth 1 damage or keeping Pummel in the deck? Like I would take one extra. I can either block 2 with pummel, or I can prevent 1 arcane and keep pummel in the
That was
deck.
a real red hand.
What would you do?
I'd
Are we ever going to see this card again?
probably block 2.
All right. I'll block
Unless it's
2.
like the perfect pitch stack for that.
It's
somehow.
Oh, it is. I've been
Yeah.
paying
So you're taking the
attention.
2 arcane?
taking the 2 arcane. Okay. All right. Peace of mind in.
All right. Arsenal.
Now this is where the money's made, right? So then we tunic. Yeah.
Breezy says, as Guardian, you block.
We tunic. We pitch. Swing hammer for 4.
Yep.
And then we blind Arsenal.
I'll block 3 and take 1.
All right. And then we'll hit the ponder token from Peace of Mind. We'll throw that in the Arsenal.
Yeah, without the Crown of Providence, you're hoping.
Oh, it's all playable.
Yeah. All right.
Just don't run the gyms.
Oh.
Unless you got a way to get them out of there, you know.
You just don't Arsenal. You just keep it in your hand.
Reasonable.
Sonata for not 0 plus 0.
Got it.
Miss. It's one of the downsides of running instant.
Oh, right, because you don't have non-attack.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Those are good cards, though, that you don't get.
Yeah, then there's a beat.
That's
Something
pretty cool.
It's okay. Everything's okay. All right. We will scar for 4 with Gogan.
You got 1 card in here?
Yep.
It's gonna be something.
It is something. Who knows what it is, though?
I bet it's a Ravenous Rabble somewhere coming down the
Well,
pipe.
you know that's
for
what
your
we hear
decks.
in the
I know,
Arsenal.
but it's like you're gonna play that next, right?
You never know.
I'll pass defense.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna Peace of Mind.
Oh, come on, dog.
Okay, I'm gonna pitch this guy.
Yeah.
In case, depending on what you do.
Yeah.
1 float.
All right.
Create a ponder token.
Yeah. We like the stuff.
I'm so thoughtful.
I'll just swing short for 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
It's dynamite. I was hoping I'd draw a blue so I could send a red arm statue you here off my Sonata. I'll
now-
settle for
now,
4.
this is interesting, actually. Because Showtime gets weirder here. Okay, so
Why does it get weirder?
enter the arena, search your deck for Guardian Attack action, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle.
Mm.
Because like usually go get it and you can arsenal it.
Yeah.
But I've got the ponder coming, so it would have to be something I want to play right now.
Well, it doesn't have go again.
So ending the turn with Showtime here is bad, because then I ponder into a dead card,
Right.
which was my plan.
Yeah, it's not what I would do.
I
at this
would not
juncture.
suggest Are you about in Channel Mount Heroic territory? The game has gone on long enough for this to be real, yeah?
I mean,
Yes.
you expect to see it at some point. And you hope it's sooner than later.
So let's go here. We'll block 1 arcane, take 1 arcane. Okay.
Spencer says, you mentally, my ice question for her. So you mentally tell yourself your opponent is doing unfair things so that when you shut them down, you're actually playing a fair game.
Yeah, it's totally fair. And then I'll block 3 on your 2.
All right, so you paid 1, took
Paid
1.
1, took 1.
Block
And then here we are. Yeah.
on it.
Okay.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy, man. Nice and easy. Just some value.
Show me them mountains.
All right, well, Tunic. Then I'll pitch Showtime and swing a choke slam for 4.
Ah, I hate that card.
Can't gain attack bonuses like a Channel Mount Heroic unless you block the 6. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this under because we just speed things up.
Which I just need to block 3 of it.
Yeah. Or your grasp and crown, you know, or creepers.
Yeah. We are looking at the creeps. I think we'll just do this. You're going to get me with that Buckle card. That card's so good. I'm going to block 4.
You got it.
Take 2.
All right, let's ponder.
Would have been a solid moment for my own peace of mind. You should do the Maverick thing where you get the ponder, you don't even look at it, you just put it in Arsenal.
Just throw it in.
Like, it could be a unplayable card over there, but I don't even care. Look at me now.
Look at me now.
All right, X-Wing players. I am going to play Channel Mount Heroic. You called it. You called it.
He had it.
Ravenous Rabble reveals a Nimblism. So coming in for 7 with Go again.
So let me go again. 2, 1. 1 in hand.
1 hand.
1 earth in the pocket.
Yeah. Probably a Tunic for a Sword Swing. Or a Snatch for 7. Can't tell you which one it is.
Nah, it won't be a snatch for 7. You're gonna arsenal that card. You're gonna try to have a Bugatti turn.
Hope you don't play Spinal Crush. Or a Chokeslam.
That would be a problem.
Chokeslam Pummel. Ugh.
Would be a problem.
The worst.
What's 7 damage to a Guardian? No, 8 damage. 7 damage. It feels wrong to take damage.
Well,
I'm taking 7.
If you have the control effect, you totally take the damage.
I'm taking 7. I have a control effect. I don't know if it's the control effect.
Tunic for resource, swing swords for 2 and 2.
Taking it.
Okay. End of the turn, we'll trigger Mount Heroic. Don't forget that. If you just Arsenal pass, that mountain's gone. All right, let's see. Come on.
Tunic. I wish you had a dime. Red Chokeslam. 2 floating. Be a shame if I pondered into a pummel down there, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be a good use of peace of mind?
This ain't good. This ain't good.
Is he choke slamming like a dinosaur?
I think it's like a dragon, I think.
Oh, right. That
The dragons were there the whole time.
makes
didn't
more
even
sense.
see him.
It looks more like a hug, to be honest with you.
This is a bad beat. He's got the pummel.
It sure looks like it.
All right.
Now, notably, you've seen 2 reds already, in case you forgot. In the discard pile somehow, played on a freaking hammer. Complete waste of time.
This is so bad. This is when I would really love peace of mind. Let's
You can buy your boxes today.
Crown of Seeds.
Subscribe.
I'm gonna Crown of Seeds.
Caprica, yeah, maybe so. I don't know. It's just like it's a very affectionate art on Chokeslam, to be honest. It's like a, oh, hey, how are you kind of thing. Not like a,
Yeah. We're gonna block 4
okay.
and prevent 1 from Crown of Seeds. So I'm currently taking 3.
All right. I'm going to play the pummel, but first I've got to return this call.
Okay.
Because we've got to have that call for the video.
You're good.
But you can see the yellow pummel if
son
you
of a
want to
gun.
decide what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's just it's an unfortunate series of events here. How's everyone doing out there? And how are you feeling about peace of mind? I think it's so good in Guardian. Makes my heart hurt a little bit. Kafka says, aren't Chokeslam's hugs with more passion? Did Steven already read that? Probably. Now that I've zoomed out, you just get so locked into this like experience. It's crazy. Once the lights go on, the cameras start, it's over. Don't tell Steven.
I heard that.
Breezy says, peace feels made for Oldham Crown. Africa, just place more blocks down now. He'll never know. Now I have a plan. I was prepared for the pummel. Floating Skull says, peace of mind is going to be good and it's going to make me so sad. Cards of Michael. Hey, what's up, Michael? We were talking about you earlier. All good things, I swear. Peace of Mind makes me understand why they haven't banned Crown of Seeds yet. Yeah, it is very good with Crown of Seeds. But I think it's just, if you have use for that resource on defense, I think it's super good. Blessed and Blood Brothers. I am sure Peace will also be synergistic for Rangers as well. Yeah, I'm curious. Obviously, it's in a set with Ranger, Assassin, and Ninja. So how that plays, we know Azalea is in the set, which Steven was mentioning earlier. So even in Limited, I think this is a really good card. Because you have a lot of odd hands where you can't use all the cards, so you can prevent the damage and have an extra card for Arsenal later. I think it's a ton of value. But how this basically plays with those heroes. Spencer says, Peace of Mind makes me think that Ponder tokens will need to be ubiquitous in order to counter the inertia tokens. What's inertia do? The token. Breezy, yeah, in drafts, this card is bonkers, a slightly better Oasis. Cards of Michael agree. I hope it has synergy with an legendary equipment for both Ranger, Ninja, Assassin. I can see Riptide playing traps that cost 1, synergized with Peace of Mind. Yeah, that's a really good example. Diowag, Peace of Mind will be great against Ninja in draft. Cards of Michael, this is cleverly, creatively crafted defensive lava burst if you can use the one resource as well. Yeah, the math on it is really... Once we saw the card, we were kind of doing the math on it, and being able to get 0 for, or 2 cards for 8 defensively, that's just the magic. That's when it clicks. And it's even more so, right? Like Steven prevented a Snatch trigger earlier that I had Go again on. So if the damage you're preventing is preventing a hit effect, it's even more valuable, right? So the potential upside of it is pretty dramatic. Thomas Battaglia is saying, it makes me think of Defensive Pummel. It is kind of like Defensive Pummel. Cards of Michael, if you hang around me and talk fab a lot, everything is a lava burst. And we're trying to make everything a lava burst, right? 0 for 5 plus is, it's how you win championships. Yeah, defensive lava burst, that is a good comparison. Supervillain says, I'm worried about another tool in the fatigue deck toolbox. That play style is mega unfun to play into. Card itself is cool, great art on the promo. Yeah, my hope is, so Ashes does a really good job of fatigue, which is once you run out of cards, every card you would draw you take a damage from, and then obviously that eventually kills you. So there's not actually a win condition of fatigue. Fab is the same technically. When you run out of cards, you stop being able to attack if you truly run out of cards. But once you are down, you can always, like, if you have a weapon, pitch to swing the weapon. And so at some point, if there's enough cards that you can actually just run a true fatigue deck completely, getting other cards that prevent damage like this doesn't really matter because you can only run so many of those cards anyway. And so that's why I'm curious how the fatigue decks interact with this card, like the true fatigue decks. Because I think the value they get out of the Ponder token and the card that's going to go into Arsenal next round, obviously very good with Seeds. But outside Seeds, I don't know how much value is the value of an Arsenal card for Briar, as an example, can be tremendous. Whereas an extra fatigue card in Arsenal, I don't know. I'm curious to see it. Diowag, it's actually even better than First Glance because it's an instant. It helps against Dominate. Yes. Yeah, we sat with it for a while, and the more we talked, the more I liked it. Willie says, did you see Nathan using rights into the Fatigue Old Him, Zach? Love that match. I did, yeah. We were actually, on the Wolfpack side of things, a couple players were going as Briar, and that was the card we were talking about. Having that loop of rights so that you can keep getting it back and not run out of cards. And I do think, we'll see, but I think Fatigue is one of those decks too where if you're not prepared for it or you don't understand it, it's really easy to lose to it. But then once it's around and you know how to handle it, a lot of decks will have a plan, and I think it's hard. It's hard to finish those games in time, and it's also hard to stop everyone. So the more decks that have tools to deal with a hard fatigue, then these cards are fine at that point.
Hard fatigue?
Decks that just are literally fatiguing you. Okay, so you're pummeling.
Yeah.
And unfortunate.
11 total. Yeah.
This is why this hand was unfortunate. So I drew Nimblism. And then I also drew my Corsham tree.
Mm.
And because of the way this play, I would really love to play this.
Yeah, I would love for you to play it.
And the thing about it is like,
Would you look at it?
Yeah. I saw the art on Peace of Mind, and I was like, well, it's got to go on the Corsham deck.
Yeah.
So here we are.
You build a tree deck.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't love it?
Heck yeah.
I'm going to discard it to pummel so that I can do anything on my turn. But one of the things that's really clever about it, specifically into Bravo playing that hammer, and or Oldhim now plays Titan's Fist by default,
Right.
is that it stays around as long as on it every player's turn you check to see did they gain life, attack value, defensive value, or resources.
It's like using the hammer as gaining attack.
Pitching a 3-cost card makes this get +1 even if you don't attack with it.
Yeah.
In the same way that like Arcanite Skullcap, if my health goes lower than yours, it gains defense,
Yeah.
even if I'm not blocking with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's like a crafty way to keep it around.
And what does Corsham do for you?
So what Corsham does is when you reveal a card, you can gain a life, give your next attack +1, attack or defense, or you can get a resource.
Mm-hmm.
So you play like a Bramble Spark, you reveal a card to fuse, gain a resource.
Yeah.
Ravenous reveals, Sonata reveals,
Yeah.
On and on it goes.
Fascinating.
Right?
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
why don't you just tuck it into the deck and and
We'll
play,
play
it later,
again, right?
you know?
We'll
Yeah,
play
we'll
again.
play again probably. Yeah. We'll play again. Okay. Did you resolve all this? Has all the bad stuff
So
happened? You
I
discard a
discarded
card?
Pummel. I was blocking for 5, and you are now at 11, so I'll take
Mhm.
6.
And you discarded the card.
Yeah.
Great.
And I will have a very sad mountain turn. All right, I'm going to play, look at this, Stir the Wildwood for 8.
Hey, that's pretty solid there.
It's okay. And I have now played, I haven't played Peace of Mind yet, so I played 2 of our promos so far. See if I can
Wow.
rack up.
Yeah. Just crank them up. You played Scar.
Yeah, I played Scar.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this kind of.
Cyanide, that's another good use. So we're talking about Peace of Mind being good into Dominate. Because it's an instant, it's like weirdly good in spots. So Dominate, and then also against Rhinar, where they play the thing to Intimidate, and like you can immediately pitch to play it before they get rid of it. Like normally if you Intimidate, I can't defend with stuff. Like if you so suddenly it's like Intimidate, have 1 floating for your shield. So Guardians can block 5 of whatever he's doing, no matter what happens.
All right. So that would be 12. This would be.
Oh yeah. Your Chokeslam crushed effects, this is only coming in for 5.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah. Of course I knew that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. The hammer's strong, man. I mean, that's where the bread is buttered here.
Block 5 swing hammer.
So 3. You know what's weird? 3, 11. Okay. We also have the Dominate option. Right.
Yeah, this is 5 damage. So if you have a good hit effect, then
I don't.
okay.
I sure don't. And you got no cards in hand.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm gonna block 3.
Okay, take 2. I'll get my Embodiment Earth back.
Take 2.
And back over to you.
And then I will send a Thunderquake for 8 back at you. It's like so bad. That was the 4 for 11, you know? It's like, ooh. Stanky.
I'll block 3, take 5.
Okay.
You're currently doing pretty all right.
Yeah.
Let's go away.
Oh, I didn't tunic either. Don't tell anybody.
I will tell no one. Gorganian Tome. Draw a card. Okay. We'll Scar for 4 with Goga. Look at that card on screen. It is silly.
Scar? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's crazy. They did a solid for the old TC on that one. Okay, Scar for 4. How many cards do you? That you're gonna play better cards after this.
Presumably.
Yeah, 100%. So you're gonna get some cards here because we're in the red zone.
The 20 or less life zone.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna block air.
Take 1.
Take 1, yeah.
Let's get that Embodiment Earth going. I'll swing Sword for 2 and 2.
Weak. Okay.
D-Wag, the Scar for Scar promo is literally my favorite promo card art ever for any game.
Love that.
Breezy saying I need that Scar. Well, good luck.
Okay. Yeah, this is right. Okay, I'll take 4.
We're cooking now. It's Arsenal. Past you.
Tune it. It's fun playing these new decks, you know?
That's what I've been saying. I loaded up Lexi and I was like, this is going to be miserable. It wasn't. It was hard. But it wasn't miserable.
Go again for 5.
Uh-huh.
It's my least favorite version of that card. I'll have you know.
Yeah, 0 for 7 is preferable.
You don't say.
Well... I will not borrow. Take 5.
Yeah. And then we will CNC for 6.
Come on, dog.
Just got 1 floating. Wish I could threaten pummel on you. Got like 1 more card in hand. It might have been worth it to hold, actually. And then block him with the slam. You arsenal it.
Huh.
But I was worried about the snatch coming up. I thought I was going to have to give you more cards.
And then I just potatoed.
I guess it's not a terrible reality. You got crown, though. I forgot about
I
that.
do have crown. I wish I had Tunic up right now. This would
Michael
be
says
great.
it's still disruptive whenever you CNC against someone with crown.
It is.
It's
I mean,
not as good.
sometimes I don't want to crown it. You know, like they put a go again attack down there.
Yeah.
And that's unlocking their entire hand.
Like theoretically, they did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the theoretical day. I'm not talking about me. I got a plan. Oh, don't you see? I just have to make a decision.
It's a game built on decisions. Rebellions are built on hope, Zach. Fab is built on decisions.
It's not what I want it to be, but it's what we get it to be.
Put it on the back of the book, huh?
Oh man.
It's what we get it to be.
All right. Let's use Crown of Seeds.
You can pitch for that?
Yeah. Hate it. I hate it. Okay, I'll take 5. I guess.
You're running the fryer over there at In-N-Out?
That's where I could have really used the peace of mind.
Boy, you just keep not trying it.
Yeah,
You keep saying you could use it, but
but then I don't. What's up with that?
I do like the peace of mind usable against CNC as well. Like peace of mind and a bit of armor get you there. In fact, we may find ourselves in a world. We haven't talked about what is it? Ironhide. The Ironhide armor. So, peace of mind Ironhide. That's 6 damage blocked.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
real good. And you
Iyslander
draw a card.
typically plays those gloves a lot of times. I just realized. I mean, I was lost in that moment. David quoting back that's not what we want it to be, but it's what we get it to be. There was something I said the other day that someone quoted, and it was like, did I say that?
You did
I
say
had
that.
no idea, whatever
what
that
What
was.
you thought you said, or maybe didn't say, you did say.
All right, ready for this spicy number?
Yeah.
Force of Nature. I'm going to show you a blue burgeoning.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Nimblism. Blue burgeoning for 5.
If it hits, you draw a card.
Yeah.
And you get to swing that sword.
Yep. And this Nimblism is still floating. So if I draw an attack that it works on and play it.
I'm gonna block it.
Yeah,
just
I
to
figured
help
you
out.
were.
Just to help you out. I'm gonna block with this imposing visage card because I don't want to think about how it works. Five.
Swings over 2 and 2. It's not that complicated. But I understand. I've been there.
So this is a great question from you here. Preserve health. You're gonna have to block. You've got no cards going into arsenal. You're just up a creek.
Yep.
A true creek.
Need you to have one of those 3 or 4 red card hands.
So I'm gonna take 4.
All right.
Give myself a little bit of opportunity here. Which armor you got? You got that. Okay.
1, 2 technically with tunic.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just tunic, choke slam, pitch. So we're gonna come at choke slam for 8. A convenient number in our current state of mind.
Yeah. Block 3, go to reactions.
Pass.
Peace of mind.
Oh, baby.
I'll get
Off a yellow
My own
even.
ponder token. That's when I use this surge.
Okay. Good prep work for the stream here.
Yeah. Well,
Take one?
We don't have them. Yeah, I'll take one. All right. I will, on my turn, Ravenous Rabble reveals a red Bramble Spark. So coming 8 for 4. With Gogan. What up? Wad Tom a ton. Nick says Ponder tokens came out last set, so apparently they do exist.
Yeah, they do exist. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
They ran the Kano has a card that makes a ponder. What's happening here?
4 with Gogan. Bramble Spark red on top.
So Bramble's going into the arse.
Yeah. Yeah, dog.
Impressive.
Huh. Look at that. It did work.
Okay, well, we know what we have to do.
We just don't know if we have the strength to do it.
I just don't know if we have the strength. Okay, I'm going to give you a card, and then I'm going to play a card.
Okay. There's been a distinct lack of crippling crushes
It's an amazing, because they all went early.
and spinal crushes.
Abilities? Okay. So this is what we want. Oh my, wait a minute. 11. 7. Okay. That feels better. Ooh, I don't like taking damage. I'm gonna do it though.
Ooh.
I'm gonna take 4 here.
Yeah, you got it.
1.
Uh-huh.
This goes to a 2. Go to 7.
But this one goes to 11. Get my embodiment earth, go to the end phase, my ponder token will explode.
It's cool.
I'll draw.
It's like everyone gets to play like Azalea now.
Yeah.
You just have to like hope
What
it works.
were we playing that one time and you were like, oh, it's like Azalea, but good?
Oh, everything.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
All right, I'm gonna pop the Crater Fist here because I'm offensive. Bravo.
Oh, my God.
I know it never happens.
I've only done that like twice.
I'm gonna Spino Crush for 11.
No, go again.
There we go again. And now you got the Bramble. You can't let it hit, right? Impossible. Forces 3 cards. I hope.
I'm going to get a tunic resource. I'm going to use Crown Seeds.
There it goes. Man, that is good. Ooh, I hate that. I hate how good that is.
Man, that is good.
Oh, David says I should dominate it, which I think is better, right?
Then
Is that
what?
better?
Other than that, by a country mile.
By a country mile? Let's
Yeah.
do that then.
All right,
We'll
hold
do
on.
dominate 9. Yeah, David's
Let's
got
put
me.
this card back.
It's because I literally can't see the ability.
Yeah.
I didn't know Bravo Uomo Spectacular had any
Yeah,
abilities.
he
I
does.
just see it's beautiful.
I mean, his first ability is just looking dang good.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Can you read that to me?
Fino alla fine del turno, le tua... Oh, wait, that's French. Le tue carte agion de taccio con costo di 3 o più guadagno domina.
That's pretty good.
Continua.
You're like, I totally made all that up. Yeah. And technically, does that mean you have one extra floating?
Yeah, I'm threatening this pummel.
Yeah.
Or I mean a pummel.
Yeah, and you get to save the armor block. That's like way better. Okay, let's think about this.
It's so better. It's so much better in every
Conceivable.
way.
Yeah.
Because now you got to say, what if he's got a pummel?
Uh-huh.
And then can I really just take 4 damage and
No.
lose?
No. You just have to deal with it.
Bentley, I don't know. I see, and I went French, then Spanish, then Chinese there. I don't know what Italians sound like, to be honest with you. Gotcha. Mangia. Gotcha. Tani.
The typical would be like,
Fino alla fine del turno.
picture
That sounds Italian,
Mario or
doesn't it?
Luigi.
Yeah, right. That's maybe it. Le tue carta John de Taccio. Con costo di 3 o più guadagno domina. Continua.
It's like you're almost leaning Russian. There's like a or like German, like a lean forwardness.
Well, I don't know any of these languages, so I'm basing it on probably hilarious stereotypes that I've heard in my life
What could go
on
wrong?
popular culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Think. So if I go 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's what I have to do.
See, when I talk to Giacomo and Ricardo, they don't really sound anything like that. That's Skytear. So I think it's all like an exaggeration.
Stereotype,
Yeah. Just like how when people make fun of us in Oklahoma, they talk like this. Zach, go check on the cows.
I'm gonna.
Fixing to.
Should I do that?
That's funny because we actually do say all those things. Fixing to. What was that? There was a joke. Oh, the man. Yeah, mayonnaise. A lot of. It's an old Jeff Foxworthy thing.
Hold
Do you
on.
remember when that redneck comedy tour was like cool?
No.
Foxworthy and the other guy.
All right, here's what I think I'm doing. Yeah, and I know what was that guy? Cable guy? Larry the Cable
Yeah.
guy? We're gonna get the Tunic
Cable
resource.
guy and then the other one that always had the cigar.
Block 2,
It was like a thing. People like knew about it. It was a real thing there for a bit.
3, Crown of Seeds. Draw my card, and then let's see what we're working with here. So I'm at 3, and I need to block 3 more.
You ever watched Lydia's Kitchen? Like on PBS or whatever. She's cooking the Italian food. It's like a kind of a grandmotherly type. It's really good.
Never heard of it.
I was trying to channel her. You gonna honor this poem?
No, I'm gonna stop the hit effect though. I'm just deciding what's best. So that would be 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's not it. All right, we're gonna block 3, 4, 5 with Crown of Seeds floating, so it's covering 6 currently.
I'll pass.
All right, I'll take 3. Red Pommel's the game.
But you had to risk it for the proverbial biscuit.
Yeah, I sure did.
All right, we got the stack yet?
No, you're probably like 4 turns away, 5 turns. All right.
How many tunics have I missed, you think?
It's a good question. Let's play a Bramble Spark, showing you a Toma Harvest.
It's so shiny, I can't read it.
It's the pay 3, Arsenal goes down, draw 3. I'm
Yeah. So you're not going to play that this turn. You're going to pitch it.
going to play an E-Strike, choosing go again, put a card on my deck.
Was that the tome?
I
I tracked it in your hand.
I don't have to tell you, but it might be.
You got to do the Netrunner shuffle.
Yeah, so 1 Arcane, 8 Physical with go again.
Oh, that's real damage.
Now we're in the red zone for real, though.
All right, so I gotta figure this out.
Super villain, only one way to get the biscuit. That's right. One must risk it. If ye are to gain the biscuit.
Low.
Yee. I like using the word yee. Yee.
We're having a good time. We're having a good time. All right, so we're in a defensive mindset here.
Bravo's
But
good
a
at
lot
that.
of people would say that you should play to win, not play to not lose.
Well, at this point, I only have 4 health left, so if you dominate anything, it's really sticky.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just saving your life for the moment where you can send in the lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
you really need to be bad. You need to. This is quite a bit, and then you're gonna do presumably
probably 5 more if this is a blue. Or I'm an arsenal.
So if you don't arsenal, that's actually fantastic.
Well, if I don't arsenal, I'm an idiot because I should just give that +2 instead of go again. Like if I do arsenal.
If you do arsenal, you're an idiot.
Yeah, so like the fact that I gave this go again should symbolize that it's a sword.
It's a sword.
And if it's a blue, it's an arcane plus a sword. So you've got 8 physical with an arcane, and maybe 5 more coming after that.
Yeah, so that's happening. We know that for sure.
Bentley, hark all ye who seek thy biscuit. Or the biscuit.
Which means hammer gives me a card guaranteed next turn. You can't do anything weird or crown or whatever. You've got to block 3. You take 1. You go to 3. And you got a 3-card hand that's got to be good.
Hark the herald biscuit sings.
Okay, so this is 8. So we got, let's start here. Rouse. We're going to block 1 arcane. We're going to get 3 out of this card.
Okay.
Grand
Arcane
scheme of
covered.
things.
We're at 8 physical coming at you.
Yeah. And then we're going to cover up. And then just in case, you do anything weird. Because you could be bad. I'll do 6-7 here.
Okay. Now this is a really good example though, because to create the rune chant, I've got to give you the shield back. And then you can block 2 on the sword with a single resource over there. So
Man's a genius.
I'm going to swing sword. And that's an example where if you're good, and I'm signaling that I'm going to swing a sword, I may as well create the rune chant before the Enlightened Strike, so I don't have to close the chain with the gloves later. But that, crazily, the more that I've seriously tested this game, those little decisions, like once or twice in the game, can cost you a whole game.
That's it, yeah.
Like 1 or 2 points of value is nuts.
I find that our games are pretty good at finding out what you should be doing if you were good.
Yeah. But not quite always
But not
doing
quite
it.
doing it, yeah.
Welcome to Almost Top Cut at a lot of events.
All right, so
2 and 2.
I'm going to drop 1 of those. I'm going to take 3 to send 4 back.
Yep.
Which somehow, it doesn't feel good. Honestly, it does not feel right to do that.
So,
But, I mean, I would be blocking 2, or I'm sending 4 with that card. So it's got to be right. It's Hamilton School for Math that loves... So this is a 3 or higher, which means it's +1, right?
Yeah.
Fist for 4 Titans.
And you covered up my E-Strike completely, right?
No.
Don't mind me.
But for my benefit, yeah. I don't want you to single block that hammer.
Oh, man.
What's up, Sven? What's the best product to get started with Flesh and Blood, in your opinion? Ira starting decks, or the Ira learning decks. We also got an Arya bundle in our store that's pretty good for starting. Actually, it's great for starting.
I'll block 4.
Those Ira starter decks are awesome.
Yeah, it's like it's Ira plus the Blitz decks from Tales of Aria plus tokens.
And then, like, if you have access to it, these history pack Blitz decks that I think they're widely available in Europe, like
Not
now.
yet.
But
Or
April
it's like
for
next
the
week.
US. It's like next week.
And then April for you.
History pack 1 Blitz decks with all the OG heroes would all be great to learn, presumably, unless they do something weird with them. Which, of course, we can't know. All right, you told me Ruined Blades are bad with 3 cards or less. So
They are. I'm here to deliver on that.
Oh, I didn't tune it anymore.
You ready for this hot number?
Yeah, go.
Blue Burgeoning for 4.
Yes, you weren't lying, man. You were not lying.
Woo! Welcome to the end game.
Okay, I've got choices to make here, bro.
Bravo. While simple, there are still meaningful choices.
Very meaningful, in fact.
It's about time I see my peace of mind, you know?
All B, man. Well, all B.
MR ducks.
MR.
Oh, I see. Itty bitty eyes. I don't know.
What is it? Any attack? 3? Oh, 3 or higher. Okay.
Yeah. I gave you the advanced card.
9, 7, 5.
4, 3, 0,
I
9.
Okay. Okay. This is correct. Block with a CNC.
Take one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You
Do you have
super...
any business or anything?
No.
Oh, wait, no, I'll block here too. if I don't
Ah,
understand
there it
what you
is.
block.
Stop me.
Yeah.
Dude, denying that embodiment token late like this.
And then it's dead?
And then it's dead.
I forget.
That one's in English.
How good you are.
Forget how good I am. Yeah, you underestimate me all the time.
It's so good.
No, what
Well,
were we
now the
saying?
sports state looks insane, right? This doesn't make sense. Who would set this up like this?
You forget what?
Okay. Bravo.
I don't like this one bit.
Tunic.
What's happening? Please don't hurt me, mister.
Spinal for 9 dominant.
Oh. All right, there's only one out here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, draw a piece of mind with your crown.
I'm gonna crown of seeds.
Dude, but right now, if you draw a piece of mind, I'm going to lose my mind. It'll be in pieces. Flip it up.
Here's what I'm
for
gonna
the
do.
people.
I'm gonna just put it here, because that's got to be a piece of mind. We'll just leave it there for a second. So 4, 5, and then I would still be taking 4. So block here,
Yeah.
and then I'll play peace of mind.
All right, easy. What you got?
Tomahawk.
Oh, no. What's the next card? It's peace of mind, though, for sure. I've been tracking it. Okay.
No, Sif.
But you got to make those. Where did you put them?
I don't know, man. Let's just see how long it takes me to get there.
You should let people do this at the end of the game. Well, if I'd only drawn... And then
There
it's
it
like,
is.
Yeah, there's one.
I know I should get there.
Okay, well, there. It looks great in that deck with Autumn's Touch and stuff.
Yeah, man.
By the way.
Let's try it again.
Okay.
I would like to.
My-
There was a turn I think I really screwed up. The turn where you played CNC
Uh-huh.
and I did crown. I think I should have just blocked it out and put a card in arsenal and preserve life. But I had like an almost great hand. And if I had drawn
Been there before, man.
a 0 cost attack, it would have been like a very good hand. And then I drew another like blue weave earth or something. And it's hard to get back in the, not back in. I think with this version of Briar, you need to be very patient.
Isn't that the game of Fab, really? It's amazing, right? Every time you just sit back and you're like, I need to just stop doing cool things. You can start doing good things.
You can go first this time. Also on the imposing visage, that you didn't want to know what it did.
I mean, I know what it is. It's got a lot of X's on it. I'm not here to do mana.
Yeah, you have to pay 3 to play it, and then you can pay any number.
Strictly untrue.
And whatever you pay, you can search your deck for an aura that costs that much or less and play it.
Am I just getting Showtime for 3?
Yeah,
It's like
but-
double blue in.
You pay 2 blues, you play it, pitch 2 blues, go get Showtime. But it basically gives Showtime go again. So then you can go get the thing and then either use the attack immediately or put the attack you get in arsenal and swing hammer or whatever.
Okay.
So it's particularly good on turn 0.
So you just have, like, Bravo has to have cards that can utilize a hand when you earn one.
Yeah.
That's the grand problem.
Because sometimes you'll Spinal Crush me and I have no way out.
Mhm.
And it's like a 0 for 4. It's like, well, I'll take 4, but then set up monster.
Gotcha. Would you play with your Marvel Viscera, Isaac?
I would if I was playing Viscerai.
You have the Marvel Vis, too? Good lord.
What am I supposed to
How
do?
much
Not
are
have
we
it?
paying you?
Not enough.
Not enough. Not enough. Hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen that CEOs are getting like 6,000% raises while the average worker is getting nothing
I've
compared
seen
to the cost of living, certainly.
CEOs getting pay cuts. At least the good ones.
Where?
I think Tim Cook not lost. He cut his salary by several $1 million.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
You go from 16 billion
Let's see.
to 15 billion? Or you think he's going to have to get rid of a boat?
He's going to be fine. He got a 40% pay cut. which
But you know he doesn't live on that salary. It's all the stock buybacks and stuff. What does it say? What does it say? Yeah, prove the point to me. Is it the fifth boat that's got to go?
So in 2022, Cook made $83 million
Okay.
in stock, $12 million in incentives, and $3 million in salary.
Okay. And $3 million in salary. Okay, so this equates to basically a 2% or 1% cut to his.
No, I think his total went from like 80 something to 40 something.
Okay. Personally, I don't know how he's gonna make it.
Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do? I will say, there's no human on earth needs $43 million a year, but I do
Forever.
for people that are like him, famous and important.
Oh man, I could spin this one up. Oh,
No,
my
no.
gosh,
So
let's
it came
go.
up because I think it's ridiculous, but my wife is obsessed with the royal stuff
Yeah, yeah.
and the Harry and Meghan
That Lord
drama.
song?
No, the royal family from Britain. But it is a weird situation because, they presumably need things like security,
Yeah, sure.
and so there are a lot of weird,
So you're saying it's like a Rube Goldberg machine of making more money means you have to spend some amount of more money.
and it's not even necessarily more money because there are some people that make a lot of money that no one even knows who they are.
Right.
But particularly when you're famous and play like an important role in something and also have money, even stuff like Michael Jordan, he just can't go out to dinner kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
It's like it's just a weird place to be.
Mm-hmm.
But that 43 million is still ridiculous.
He'll have to hire the best security guards on
Yeah.
earth for $60,000 a year. Crazy.
Lewis asking if we stream from a studio, office, or someone's base. So it was a studio in our office.
Crazy. It's a studio and an office all at once. And some would argue it's a basement.
So let's start a GoFundMe for him.
Yeah, I'm going to go...
he could never make money ever again. It'd be fine.
I'm going to go up my iCloud account. Send one out to Tim. I wonder what I'd do if I had access to that much money. We all kind of wonder that sometimes, don't we?
I'll tell you a lot of things you wouldn't do.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because it's almost you enter a different psychology.
When
It's so weird.
if you have enough money that if you make 5% off that money, you can live a life greater than the vast majority of people.
Than any life I've ever known.
Like if you had $50 million, you should be able to make $2 or $3 million in interest a year without really risking much or trying that hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like most people could make it just fine off $2 or $3 million a year.
I don't know. That's stretching a little bit for me. I'm going to have to get over 280 square feet on my house.
The crazy thing about the entire system is is how it builds on itself. So
I might put another shipping container out there.
double
I
your
might
square
double her
footage.
up. They'd be like, ooh, the richest man in Bristow.
That might be true. But it's crazy how it builds on itself. Where if you had $3 million and then you buy your house, now you don't have a house payment. So the next time you make $3 million, it's even crazier.
Yeah.
And then it just keeps,
It loops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps going.
This is why we have billionaires.
Okay. I'm going to do the thing you told me. I'm going to
Yeah.
pay 3,
Sweet.
and then I'm going to pay 3 more. I'm going to get Showtime. What does it say? Put it in the arena. Okay, easy so far. Okay. Then I'm going to search my deck for a Guardian attack, reveal it, put it into my hand, and then shuffle my deck. Do you usually go for the crippling Big Dad, or do you
So I
Tunic up too?
I really like Spinal Crush. The problem with Crippling is if you draw an all red hand, a lot of times you can't play it.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you can't play it, it gets stuck in Arsenal. And then it's this whole thing. But Spinal is
Chokestone's not bad either.
Spinal is just almost guaranteed to be good.
Yeah. Okay. I will get Spinal then. Put it in my hand. And then I'll pass.
Yeah, and there's significantly more hands that Spinal can be gross with. Because if you dominate and you have Pummel and the resources and you get the extra card from Showtime, it's
Yeah, because I forget the extra card too. That's notable. Yeah, what Automaton? Just burn the whole thing down. It feels more and more
reasonable.
Yeah, and maybe it's because we're so connected as a society, even in the fakest of ways. But that there's just more awareness on really what's going on out there in the universe, in the world, and definitely the universe, but in the world. And it's like everyone can just kind of like ask a lot of questions of each other. Like, is this how it works in your world? No? Oh, well.
Interesting.
Why is that? Oops. Did that wrong. I won't pay attention to what that was, but I know what it is.
Tunic. It's all right. Let's play a Red Autumn's Touch for 7.
Well, I'm not going to touch that.
Yep, takes
I've
out.
got like all the good stuff.
Embodiment of Earth. Arsenal. Pass.
All right, I'm drawing a card. It's a good one. Crack this to your showtime. Tunic up. Okay, this is where I do the things. I'm gonna do Bravo.
Okay.
I'm gonna pitch for that. I'm gonna have one floating. Then I'm gonna do this thing. Spinal Crush.
From hand.
Yeah. And I'm gonna pitch those two and have 2 floating.
You think this guy's got a pummel? Okay. Fine. So dominate, Spinal Crush. We're not gonna get good.
You guys, just peace of mind. Yeah, we don't have any other previews. What's up, Daniel? Get into Flesh and Blood. Check out those History Pack 1 Blitz decks. We've also got a Arya bundle on our site that's really good for this.
Block for 3.
Okay. Pummeler.
Oh.
Yellow pummel there.
So I will
12 total.
Crown of Seeds. Pitch here. Draw. I was hoping for peace of mind.
You gotta
And
give yourself
then-
a shot, though.
I'll take 8. I don't get go again. And then I'll discard a card from the pummel, which will be here.
All right, I'll slap right there into the...
All right. Daniel says, I really want to get into Flesh and Blood. I bought in early, but never found a community and stopped my subscription. The game has been looking sweet, though. Where are you from? There's a ton of communities now. I know early on, like, it was different. Not everyone had access to product. Not a lot of stores were carrying it and stuff. I would highly recommend checking it out.
Also, you're probably in a situation where you could sell the early stuff that you got in on and get a lot of the new stuff if you want to go that route.
Right.
But finding people to play is the hardest thing. It's always the hardest thing. Every game is that way, except for, I guess, suppose Magic.
It is the challenge. Scarf for Scarf 4.
1 in hand.
One. But
And
it doesn't
you-
have go again.
You can either swing. Oh, right. I'll take 4.
One of the things that's really crazy about Bravo is I feel like once you start rolling those hit effects, you can just back to back to back them.
Yeah.
And that's when he's living the high life.
Yeah. So I'm going to dominate Crippling here. Look, it's the same guy. Crazy.
We'll block 4. I guess I can technically wiggle my way out a little.
Give it the Wiggler.
11. Yeah.
Yeah, Critical Complainer. Great name. I hope that's not true. Although, I guess suppose you are complaining a little bit. But my problem is the meta has been so intimidating ever since set 5. You know what? I think it looks intimidating on its face. But I also think that you could take a deck that you were playing in set 3 and pretty much just play it right into this metagame. Like, it's not... Especially, there's some heroes that are just like 1 to 2 cards different from what they were, in the day. Dory being one of them. So yeah, the complexity hasn't really gone up too much. And also, if you just jam 1 to 2 knights on Talishar, you'll see everything.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, that's what they do. Oh, the old hymns are pummeling stuff now. Oh, okay, well, better not do that anymore. What's up, Marcus Brown? Yeah, I'm playing Guardian. We've got to
I'll block 4. And we're
change
going
of
to
pace
take
here.
7.
Yeah.
2 random.
You can keep this one.
Okay.
When I wake up in the morning and I love you.
I'm going to pitch and create a rune chant. You have my rune chant token somewhere. Yeah, over there.
You only have 1?
Yeah, in this particular stack. I never had more than 1 with her. Pass to you.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's why this card is here.
Marcus, yo, Steven's playing Guardian.
And line strike for 5, go again.
Yeah, that is why that card's there. I'll take 5.
And then we'll Tunic, pitch, choke, slam for 8. There.
Stop it.
Yeah, Daniel, back into jam some casual Dragon Illusions. It'd be awesome. It's awesome. I mean, and Dromai is a lot of different ways to play it. You play big dragons, small dragons, got a sideboard basically accordingly. It's fun.
We're gonna block 5.
Okay.
Take
You
3.
got it. See, this is what you told me. I'm supposed to bait out your armor.
You're doing it.
Yeah. By just doing good attacks.
Yeah.
That's the key, I think, to that.
Tunic.
What you call me?
Okay. We are going to get my Tunic counting.
I can't wait to see what you put together here.
Tunic. We're gonna play the Corsham tree.
Oh, here we go.
Are you coming to the tree? All right. Then we're gonna play a Sonata. So that's my second non-attack action. We'll generate here. We're gonna
Here we
reveal the
go.
top 3. So Corsham will trigger. It'll miss, but Corsham will
What?
trigger.
It misses? Stir is not a non-attack?
No, it's an attack.
Oh, right. Oh, well, that was good for me. You're like, God.
And I will trigger to gain a resource.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, if I hit, it would be very good.
That would be so good, dude. And you Ravenous, and then
So-
do something else, and then you Rosetta,
well,
and then
check
you
this out.
Arsenal.
Check this out. Even if I hit, what I was going to do, I'm going to play a Stir the Wildwood.
Oof.
So
Promo.
I have to pitch this to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I hit anything, I can play this, fuse it here.
Yeah.
Reveal, get another resource to swing the sword, and have the mountain in hand to put in arsenal.
Awful.
But instead, whatever. We will do 1 arcane and 5 physical.
Hit effect?
Embodiment of Earth.
Oh, it gets +2 if I take the arcane.
Yeah. So this was also an arcane that you could have snuckily taken.
Oh my goodness, you didn't tell me all that. If I wake up in the morning.
Lewis says, I've never seen someone play in the tree. I was really excited. Like, that's not a hit, so I'm so happy.
Yeah,
I get to play Stir, and it also does the reveal with the double Corsham. It's like,
problematic. But so if I don't reveal a card, does it go away?
no. So if you don't gain life, if you don't gain any resources, if you don't gain any defense value, or you don't gain any attack value, you
By gaining resources, like pitching cards?
No.
Okay.
Gaining would be like Tunic. Gaining would be plus here.
So I'm always going to be gaining. Oh no, if I
If you use the Tunic, not if you get the token. So basically, if you pitch a 3-cost card, this will gain +1 attack and it'll stay.
I don't want to do that.
Now, another way it happens is if I have Embodiment of Earth, when I block with something, it gains +1 defense,
Oh no.
which I don't have Embodiment of Earth unless this hits.
It's like I've gotta make sure that it goes away.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it doesn't do anything for me next round.
But I can't swing the hammer.
You can't pitch a 3-cost.
Oh,
Because it gains it either way.
I understand.
Oh, shoot. Also, if you like pummel something, it would gain attack.
Yeah. Should I play around it or should I just play through it?
I mean, I don't know. We'll see if I have anything that makes it worthwhile on the top of my deck. The idea was that right here, it would have been worth a lot.
It would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But instead-
randomness. is-
Instead of like a, ESPN top 10 moments moment, we get a come on, man moment. Come on, man. Have you seen that? It's so
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So by pitching this card, I prevent 3 damage basically. So this is worth doing.
Yeah.
So I'll pitch here. Have 2 floating.
Plus, you get the
I
shield.
get the shield.
Yeah.
And now it's 5 coming in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But 5 doesn't really matter in terms of the shield,
Mm-hmm.
Unless I just do the shield, and then but then your thing goes. I'm thinking too hard about this.
I could literally have nothing that reveals on the top of my deck, and I don't even get any benefit from this being around another turn. But I could also have things that do
Revealing
reveal.
something right now. As far
Just
as I'm
take a peek.
concerned.
There's nothing's changed on my side, but we'll see what you do. Josh was saying, I have to say, I love seeing Corson being used despite his intricacies.
Okay. I'm playing around it. Wait. Okay. Yeah.
Also, technically, your shield gaining defense also would count.
But it's fine because you've already hit it this turn, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't trigger again?
It only triggers when you reveal a card.
Right.
It just stays around if it's got a plus.
And then, yeah. Okay. And then I played this card. And this card doesn't gain any attack. But this card is a 3 or higher, so it would trigger the hammer.
If you pitch a card that costs 3 or more, yeah.
This is the worst, man.
The
What is that?
old complicated tree.
I kind of want to leave it around just to kind of flex on it, you know?
What up, Ethnic Smoke?
Just to see it.
Yeah, let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
I'd love to just see how it goes,
I'm not doing it, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Just let it happen. We all like trees.
All right, I'm gonna block 6.
Okay. Block 6. Take no damage. I don't have any resources to swing sword. Over to you. Corsham stays. Burns saying, I love the text on Corsham. I know many people cry about it, but it's because it's hard to. But how hard is it to understand? I wish they would do more stuff like this.
I'm just gonna pitch the pommel for the Titan's Fist for 3,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get a tunic also.
So I need to find a way.
Now it's just a new game. Now it's just about this freaking tree.
I don't think I can keep the tree around.
And it's gone.
So.
But weirdly enough, it made me do so much nonsense that it kind of buys you a turn.
And in the middle of a tournament too, you would be confused.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I'm gonna need active player to make an action. Judge.
Active player, please take an action.
I'm telling you, man. At Worlds, my first game of Constructed. So we played 3 rounds of Limited,
Yeah.
and it was Uprising Draft, which I had historically gone very poorly. I start 3-0.
Oof.
So feeling good.
Yeah.
Game 1, I'm playing against an Oldhim.
Yeah.
And we're playing, and like, I know it's Oldhim, so I'm trying to take very fast turns. And then we get to a pretty complicated turn, late game. And I swear I've been taking 30-second turns into this Oldhim. And I'm sitting there 15 seconds thinking, and it's just like complex max. And I just hear the judge in the background. I'm gonna need active player to take an action. And I'm like, my turns have been half as long as.
I'll take an action.
Yeah, it's like, oh, come on. Okay,
You're
anyways.
mine.
I'll block 2, take 2, and we'll lose the tree.
Take 1. It's only a 3.
Oh, yeah, I see. That tree providing hidden value.
It's a lot of value.
Man, if that just hit, though, I would have been so happy.
Oh, man. It's just sad that it didn't, honestly, at this point. It's just kind of like...
Yeah, we're all sad about it. All right, Tunic, here we go. All right, and you are casually up by 10, 13 health.
Smell like Updog in here?
What's up, dog?
Nothing much, man.
We're going to stir the wildwood. I'm going to show you a blue burgeoning. So it's coming in at 7. I would have gained a life from the Corsham tree. It would have stayed on the table. Oh my God, it's so crazy what would have happened.
Wait, you've done Arcane or something, or what?
No, I fused Earth. Showed you a blue burgeoning.
Uh-huh. So it's just a 7. Casual 7.
Just a 7. I have 1 resource flooding.
Get out of here with that, man.
Just give your opponent random information to like overload their brain.
Okay, hey, this is a big old question here. 3, 4. You doing 7? Yeah, you're doing 7.
Evan wants to know how's peace of mind feeling.
Pretty cool. I mean, yeah, the
Last game was effective.
yeah, it was super effective. It's supposed to be really effective for you too, but
I just haven't seen
I
it.
just haven't seen it.
If I had it in hand earlier when you dominated me on either of those occasions, it would have been really good.
7. Okay. So let's just assume that this happens.
Evan says, I think the cycling Ponder gives you is underrated. Deck thinning is good.
Okay. Well, let's find out, shall we? I'll do
Flesh
this
and Blood
first.
Brothers, in the vein of give your opponent information they don't need. It's like, oh, I also have 0 bind counters on my spell creepers. Oh, come on. Get out of here with that Garbanzo.
Look at me go.
And you could have thrown Rampart in there for fun.
Well, you know, it's kind of the thing is I can if I think you're going to break the chain, but no, I don't
Well, it
want
doesn't have go again, so
You probably won't break it then. It'll
Yeah.
break itself. Yeah.
it is broken.
All right, I get a ponder token. Remembrance is pretty pondery.
It makes you think. Oh, man. How do you stand it?
I know you planned it. Oh, make a thing on the water gate. So, why am I? I'm not drawing. Okay. I've got this card.
Yeah.
It costs 3 or more, right? Technically.
Yeah.
Okay. X
It's
is
3. That's why it's printed that
X
way.
isn't 0, you know.
Right.
So. I need to make a decision here, though. I'm going to send the CNC for 6.
CNC.
It's Dynamite. Can I even make seismic surges? Or is that just for the heaves? For the heaves.
Yes, so heaves.
Yeah. I just do it for the heaves. Remember that old browser? Or that old search engine?
Ask Jeeves.
Ask Heaves?
Ask Heaves.
It's not even funny.
Leave it
that's,
at Heaves.
that's literally just a word association. I feel like your brother right now, actually.
Tim?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, of course. Can you picture any of your other 2 brothers making a joke like that?
No.
Yeah. Tim
All
will
right.
do it, though. He's already doing it. He's doing it currently.
Block 6.
Well, that worked out really well for me. Guess you like that Arsenal card.
If you don't play CNC, it's always the case. But if
Hey,
you
check
don't play
this ponder
CNC,
out.
let's see what you get.
I'm gonna look.
Didn't even look. Disrespecting. Disrespecting.
Give your opponent the heebie-jeebies there from Marcus Brown. That's pretty solid.
Channel Mount Heroic Path. Come on. Hit me. This is when you hope Bravo just like swings hammer.
I've missed a bunch of tunic counters. It won't matter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How would an E-strike for 5 go again?
Take 5. We need a miracle here. Just getting beat up.
Let's go CNC for 6 there. I need to play more Bravo, man. This is great.
This is the moral of
Why
this
have I
story.
not been doing this? I've
Well.
only played against Bravo my whole life.
All
What's
right,
that about?
let's crown of seeds. Why have I not been? It's good, right?
It's crazy good.
It's super fun. Oh, dog.
You just get that peace of mind off
Oh
the
my
draw.
god, dude.
you
Yeah, let's
did.
go. Crown of Seeds, peace of mind. I'll take 1. And I'll give that ponder token. That's delicious. I needed that. I needed something to go my way here.
What a great sell for that promo. It's delicious.
It's delicious. Oh my
This
goodness.
promo's delicious.
That is so good.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, if I'd
That's a
also
good reason to subscribe to 24 boxes right this
100%.
second.
Yeah, I was thinking about lowering down, and I'm back. All right, let's go tunic counter. Of course, I was gonna not forget that for sure. Gorganian Tome. Mm-hmm. Well, that seems pretty all right. I want to not have cards in hand at the end of this.
That's right. It forces you to play poorly.
All
I'd
right.
rather roll the dice than have it consistently go.
Nimblism. Let's get tunic counter. We're gonna play explosive growth. So
Oh, you're bringing out all the hits today.
no fusion, but it's +3 from this, +3 from this. So it's coming in for 9. It's also doing 1 arcane and no fusion, so that's it. So
No
9
fusion.
and an arcane.
Vanilla 9.
Vanilla Nine?
I think I take Vanilla 9 and an Arcane here.
Marcus, he did the thing.
It does not have go again?
It does. Yeah, that's what the old lightning token is doing.
Oh, that old thing?
That old thing.
All right. And you haven't pitched an Earth card.
Oh, sorry. I had to pay the one from the tunic to play that. That's why that was there.
You haven't pitched an Earth card.
No. I'd have to
And
pitch
there's
two.
no way you could. So this is not sticking around.
I mean, what could make that happen? Is there anything? No.
No, there's no way. Well, I don't, it's easy to get greedy here with the Browmeister. You don't want to get greedy.
He's a patient man. You're so far ahead. You're 20 points of value ahead.
So we just need to get in there. I'm taking 10 here.
Okay.
Speaking of not getting greedy.
Yeah, don't get greedy. Take 10. All right. Ravenous Rabble. Revealing a red snatch.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. That one's going right into Arsenal, dude.
4, huh?
Yeah.
I'll take 4.
And we're back in the game. Ponder token triggers. We'll put a card in Arsenal. Unknown card. Clearly. Over to you.
Tunica.
I still can't believe I hit that Ponder.
We're going to do Bravo, Crippling. That Crippling got dunked with my Ponder token, which was sick.
Oh, into the Arsenal?
I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah. No resources floating.
Oh, it takes 7, not 4. The Rabble's for 7.
Oh, yeah. I had a mountain out there.
Yeah, you just didn't know because you felt like you were getting wrecked.
Yeah. And we're basically even now. Minus
Yeah.
all of what's happening now.
Yeah, it's fine.
So let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Still take 5. That's not good.
Oh, did someone stop talking about Dory Hatchets?
Steven's gone.
Marcus says, I feel like Steven, I switched heroes recently. I played Dory Hatchets at Armory this week, and he's playing Bravo right now. Yeah, you switch one direction, I switch the other.
I guess hypothetically I could hit another piece of mind.
Hypothetically, you could. It would be the greatest game on
That
all.
would be
the
too
planet.
much. That would be too much.
Now that's getting a little greedy. Have you pitched any or tucked any?
Nope.
It's probably up there then. Next 4 or 5 at least.
The odds is on the top of the deck again is just too much.
Well, it doesn't remember the past. How many cards you got there? 45? 40?
There's probably 40-ish here.
40, yeah. 2 out of 40?
Probably 15 on the bottom that I've seen, so it's really 2 out of 25.
2 out of 25, easy.
Yeah, it's
1 out of 13?
8% chance. Yeah. But if I do it and miss, it gets really bad. So we don't. We don't do it. Let's block 3. Take 8.
Acceptable.
Yeah, I don't think that was even particularly greedy, honestly. Which 2 would you like me to lose?
Feels greedy for me. I'm used to slinging 3 damage cards with Warrior. Keep this one.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah, I do like that.
Dang, I knew you did. I felt an energy whenever I chose that one. What were the other 2?
You got rid of a yellow Bramble Spark and a Snatch.
Snatch is fine again. I always like to see that go away.
Let's go Ravenous Rabble. Revealing a Ravenous Rabble. So coming in for 4 we go again.
And an Arsenal card.
Mm-hmm. Which you should know what it is.
I do know what it is. I'll never tell though.
Here, you tell me what it is. That way I can test you, That's what you tell me.
I'm going to give you a card though. Yeah, that's fine. Block here.
Take 1.
And
Ooh.
weirdly enough,
You have so much armor. It's disgusting.
I don't want you to have the token unless you're just really going to go for it.
I'm going to go ahead and play a Snatch.
Acceptable.
Evan says, you're telling me turn 2 cards to 5 block and a snatch? I did. Yeah.
Wish you had a dime. I kind of instinctually want to block the snatch. But I think it's wrong.
Can you just win the game?
I think so. Yeah. You got it.
All right, take 4.
Now that said, though, if you hit Peace of Mind here,
So good.
or a D-react that you might have, whoo,
You know what I have on top. What's going in Arsenal? That's not Peace of Mind or D.
oh, that I was supposed to pay attention to, right? The rattle.
Yeah, you saw the rattle. So that's if it hits, it goes into Arsenal.
All right, we're gonna block the snatch. This is not good. 5 here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use that ability.
Yeah. I think stopping that going to Arsenal and also the embodiment Earth is like real good. Woo!
Uh-oh. He got it.
Ric Flair's in the house.
We're gonna go 6, 7 for Tunic for a Dominate Spinal.
Okay. 1,
Oh no, he got the
2,
full boat. He's got a Peace of Mind though.
5.
He's got the Peace of Mind.
You got reactions first?
Got me.
I don't have anything. I'm dead.
No.
But hypothetically,
I could have.
if you let this Ravenous Rabble hit, or the Snatch hit, this goes into Arsenal. I get embodiment. So then I technically would have seen 2 more cards.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's just see. Then I could have Crown of Seeds,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have missed.
Okay.
But that like stopped me from seeing like 3 cards.
Because like Seeds plus Embodiment is already 2 on the trade.
And I get an extra card I get to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
So who knows?
That's right.
Who knows what's
That's
going to
good.
happen.
All right. Well, I don't know why these Bravos aren't converting at major events, Zach. I don't understand it. Seems
Well,
pretty strong in me, guys.
yeah. He's actually really good in Icelander.
Really?
Yeah. He just runs AB3.
Yeah.
And like he can just block all their physical stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then just send back
Like-
the dads.
So she only has so many things that do more than 3 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have enough blues where they can barely 3, they can't poke through that much damage. And then when they're like swing 8, you're like, all right, I'll block 8 or
Yeah,
whatever.
block
it is.
8, whatever,
It's it's like weirdly good. The thing that the reason he loses when he loses is decks that are consistently fast. Like this is like a less consistent Briar.
That's the way you like to build them. Right
Yeah.
now.
The fact that I played Corsham Tree, right? Like if that had hit, that's a huge value exchange. But the like sometimes his hit effects don't line up,
Mm-hmm.
and then he can also gain tempo, and then you draw 4 reds, and it's like pitch 3, swing a hammer.
Yeah,
It's-
I could see it going poorly.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
But the heroes that go slower actually, like Icelander, she can technically catch you on an all red hand sometimes, but it's very difficult for her to do that. And all of her effects, like giving you a frost token or removing go again, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he just does 9.
And
or,
if you're playing Tunic instead of Tectonic into Icelander, you don't have Surge is popping. She gets a chance to get in there.
mm-hmm.
But when she never gets a chance to give you a frostbite before you do something, it's really annoying.
Yeah,
You're
that's
just
cool.
like, I'll swing for 10.
That's cool. That makes a lot of sense.